All right, we are back at Aries. Looks like I'm all caught up here, and it is, I think, September 8th. Not bad. Not bad. So, this is our September reading for Aries. Looks like this might be well, I try to find something positive in each of these, or at least give you guys a take home, but the positive thing is I suppose that I got this brand new deck. This is the Rider Waite playing card deck. These are pretty cool cards. Check them out. So it's like the regular 52 card deck, but it's also got the major arcana in there. And how's the major arcana labeled? They're just labeled with numbers. Like there's the moon card right there. The sun. Pretty cool. Got them at Barnes and Nobles. I think it was about 20 bucks. So let's have a look what we got here. Okay, so our energy this month, Aries, is the Six of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords reversed. The energy of the people around us is the Ace of Swords reversed and the Lovers reversed. What draws us to the people around us, or drives us apart, it's looking like in this case, is the Five of Pentacles. Up here, a possible outcome, we've got the Eight of Cups reversed and the Three of Swords. And down here, another potential outcome is the Death card and the Page of Swords. So I don't think this reading is going to apply to all Aries, but this is going to apply to some Aries. So I see you being in... I see this as being either, or this is a reading that we can definitely either apply to our career or to our relationship. So I see you as being stuck in a position where you feel like you've got to ask for a handout. You've been made to beg. Like, to me, I read the Eight of Swords card as the Eight of Swords is the feeling stuck card. Like we feel stuck somewhere. We feel like we can't get out. We feel like we're trapped, and it's causing us a great deal of stress. Now, the Six of Pentacles, to me, is like we could read it either way, but I guess in this case, I see you as being in the position where you're the beggars in the card. Like you feel like you've got to ask somebody for something. Maybe that's affection, or maybe that's some kind of privilege or gain at work, and you're feeling tied down to this situation, like receiving affection or time with a partner or a significant other. They're just not there, and you feel like you're stuck, and you've got to ask them for something. You got to beg for it. And this ain't a pleasant position to be in. What ties you feel like you're being left out in the cold right now, and like everything's great on the inside, or there's something that you want on the inside, but you're just not there. You feel like you're stuck, and they won't let you in, or they won't let you advance to the position in either the relationship or the career where you feel like you need to be. And I see them as thinking about making a separation here. So we've got the Ace of Swords and we've got the Lovers reversed. I see that, like, when with those two combined, I see severance, I see a breakup, I see separation, I see termination, whatever word we want to put for it. They're thinking about pulling whatever type of relationship that this is to a screeching halt. And you're going to you're going to have to adjust to it, or you're going to have to premeditate this happening so you're not stuck left out in the cold, as this card would suggest. You're privy to this now. You have knowledge. You've been enlightened. You have wisdom. They're putting a great deal of thought in on how to end this relationship or end this type of arrangement, whatever it might be that you have with the people in your life right now. And I can see this as potentially being heartbreaking for you. We've got the Three of Swords here, and we've got the Eight of Cups reversed. I see this as you needing to walk away from something, but you're not prepared to do it. Like, you need to walk away in order to grow, And I'll draw this comparison in a minute, but I do see the potential for a lot of growth here. In order for you to grow, you have to be able to walk away from this. You have to walk away from something that once made you happy, or you thought was going to bring you some sort of happiness, but it didn't turn out the way that it was planned. And I don't see you as like, you don't think that this is bringing you happiness right now. You feel stuck to it. You feel tied down. You feel bound to the situation, whatever it may be. And for whatever reason, you're getting just enough out of this situation that it's difficult for you to walk away. And that's a hard position to be in. But if you don't walk away from it, they're going to force you to walk away from it. And that's an even worse position to be in. So down here, I drew the Death card and the Page of Swords. And I think that these are probably the most positive cards in the hand. I see you as needing to make a decision before somebody around you has the capability to. And this will be the way that you can leave this situation feeling the most empowered. So the Death card does not mean anybody's going to die. I say this every time I pull it. This means something old needs to go for something new and pretty to grow. And you need to take decisive action, as the Page of Swords would suggest, and be the one to walk away independently. And that way you'll at least get to save your dignity in this situation. So it might be time to start looking for a new job or figuring out how to be more independent. This is not a month for codependency for you, Aries, and I don't think that that's in your nature anyways. I see Aries as being a very, very independent and empowered sign. So it's time to utilize that and not deliberate, because I think that's what we've been doing, is deliberating and taking the breadcrumbs that whoever it is in our life is handing them out, and it's got us feeling stuck, and we need to walk away before they force us to walk away. We don't want to be unprepared for this separation. So now we have enlightenment and we've got some sort of direction here. Let's draw you guys some oracle cards too. We're using the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. This is my favorite oracle deck. I say this every video because I use this oracle deck almost every single video. And I've had this for months now, and there's a specific way to use the Oracle of the Radiant Sun that coincides really well with astrology, but I don't know how to do that. And I've told a lot of other readers about this deck too, and they've gone out of their way and purchased it, and I wonder if anybody has actually learned how to play Oracle of the Radiant Sun. It would be interesting. If you have this deck and you know how to play it, please leave a comment in the comment section. Nobody's leaving comments on these videos, all my 12 viewers. Who am I kidding? Well, if you're a viewer and you haven't liked and subscribed, please do. Interesting. Okay. So the first two that stand out to me here is I drew the Lust card and I drew the Romance card. And I think that it's really, really important for us to know the difference between the two and to be able to discern the difference. Because oftentimes lust and romance can look an awful lot alike. And I'm not saying love, not all romance leads to love. But we need to know, like, if we were to apply this to the relationship that we were speaking of, like, we need to consider it whether or not we're lusting over this person and whether or not this is an actual romantic affair. Because, we can lust over just about whatever, but we need to know when the romance or the love just isn't there and it's time to be able to call it in. You don't want to be more invested than the other person is. Another person's lust could be your romance. And that's not a good position to be in too. I see in relationships, oftentimes, almost always, one party is always more invested than the other party. It's romantic for one party, but the other party, it's just a pile of lust. And that's not a pleasant place to be in. So I also drew the Practicality card. We'll take this at face value. We want to focus on being practical and doing what's best for us and having a good sense of direction and doing the next right thing. And also, This card came up in the last reading too for Pisces, but I drew the health card. And how I like to look at this, and like at least this is the way that I would apply this to my life, is like when we're dealing with difficult situations and we're focused on other people, it's really, really important that we cater to our own needs and to our own health, and that we're taking care of ourselves. Self-care is really, really important, and when we're dealing with difficult situations, it's usually the first thing to go. So I want you to pay close attention to how you're taking care of yourself and how you're loving yourself. I heard from a friend another interesting way to look at the Lovers card is like a love affair with yourself. And if we drew this card in reverse, so if that's another way to interpret the card, maybe we need to work on self-love this month. That would be a great thing. I really hope this was helpful to you, Aries, and I will see you next month. Thank you.